6 minutes after 9 o'clock. Beautiful Tuesday morning, and Carol Ann Baldwin just made the studio and the airwaves a lot more brighter just by doing this show, as she does every Tuesday. The phone lines are open. Your participation in the show is invited, and the number to do that is 622-9622. Carol Ann is a master gardener and has been a master gardener for 20 years and has done this show, I'm going to say...
A while.
10? You think it's been 10 years? It's probably close.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
Getting pretty, yeah.
It's been a while. So good morning, Caroline.
Good morning, Larry. Real good, real good. It's another beautiful day out there in Central Florida. A little dry, but we're good.
We had a discussion the other day. I guess it was because Earth Fair was opening up.
Right.
And we were talking about how sometimes healthy food is more expensive.
Most definitely.
And then organic food is even more expensive than just plain healthy food. So there was a story this morning, and then somebody called up and said it doesn't have to be expensive if you grow it yourself.
Right.
Which is what you're talking about. Okay. So just the point I'm trying to get to is it was a story this morning about a dead bat, being found in one of those bags of salad.
Oh, wow.
Can you imagine? And people were already eating the salad. Then they dug, deeper, and then they pulled out.
That had to have been a big bag of salad.
I don't know, but they did.
I mean, I know bats are little, but or at least the bats here are tiny.
Nasty.
But yeah, it's kind of going, how did that get past quality control?
Yeah, really.
Because you figure they claim if these are prepackaged salad mixes that they a lot of times will tell you, no need to rinse or anything. So you might just do that, open the bag, give it a little shake, and throw some into your bowl, a little dressing on there, and you're good to go. But how does that make it past quality control?
Don't know. I don't know.
Or if it's another one of those kind of things of going, hey, how can I get $100 million out of a company?
Yeah, right.
No,
I found a bat in my salad.
Right, in my salad bag, and it's kind of going, where this is processed, there's no bats or something, who knows? But yeah, we'll go ahead and take that call.
Jump into the phone call?
Sure.
All right, good morning. You're on the air with Carol Ann.
Good morning, Carol.
Morning, Sonny.
Larry. I had an interesting experience last Friday with this crazy weather. And no rain, naturally. I went out to do the bird bath, and the crows just continually foul the water in the bird bath. I don't know where they find this stuff from, but they wash it in the bird bath before they eat it, and then they leave half of whatever it was, whether it's red peanuts or whatever, in the bird bath. And the other bird, naturally, the little birds don't want to.
Yeah, it's becoming sour, right.
Yeah, well, anyway, Friday I'm out there washing out the bird bath with the hose and everything else. I start filling it up, and I think it was close to 10 wasps flew in all at the same time, and they all were sitting on the edge of the bird bath drinking the water like the birds.
Yes. Yes.
I've seen them come in and drink once in a while, but it was, like one.
Right.
This time it was like 10 of them. Just flocked in from, I guess they were hiding out in the bushes or something.
Sure. Just showing you how dry it is.
Exactly, but I don't need to get stung by a wasp. Because if I get stung by a wasp, I usually wind up in some emergency care situation.
Got an allergic. Yeah.
So, I don't need these guys. But anyway, it just seemed odd that they came in like a bunch of little chickadees or bluebirds.
Right.
We have bluebirds here and everything. But
they're coming in just the same way, going after the same kind of thing. They're after water. And and that's our drought conditions. Well, what some people will do is get a saucer like a plant pot bottom, and fill that full of pebbles and some sand, and put water in that, and that way the wasps, the butterflies, bumblebees, lizards, and things like that might drown in just regular water can actually sit on those stones or step into that without having risk and being able to get water out of that. And it just, you just keep topping it off probably with a couple cups of water each day. You're not going to flush it out like you would a regular bird bath, but just keeping that topped off. People are tuck those up into a garden area, offering protection for all those other little teeny critters.
It was, knowing my past history with these insects, I got a little nervous when, the 10 of them showed up.
Sure.
It was all I couldn't be exact sure of the count, but because
they come in, they light and they take off. Sure.
And it was then when I got. I saw they were looking for the water instead of me. I went over and I looked. You could actually see them sipping the water.
Yes.
And it was interesting.
Yes, it is.
Anyway, it's something that never happened to me before, so I thought I'd let you know about it.
Cool.
But anyway, it's too awful dry here. That's all I can tell you.
That's it. All we can do is pray for rain.
Yeah. All right, have a good day, everybody, and thank you, WOCA, for the programming.
Thank you, Sonny.
Really
thank you.
Have a good day. Bye now.
Yeah. We have another phone call, Caroline. Good morning. You're on the air with Caroline.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I just wanted to remind everybody that isn't it today that the gentleman with the Beekeepers Association is going to be out at Shalom Park?
Friday. It's Friday.
Friday.
Yeah.
Oh, Friday.
Friday the 12th.
Okay.
Yeah, his name is Chappie. I don't know if you know him.
Perfect.
I was going to give you this. Yeah, thank you for reminding me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm enjoying the program. Hi, Carolyn.
Hi.
Yes.
Glad you are.
Thank you for reminding me. Yeah, we had yesterday on the folks from Shalom Park and and the guy named Chappie.
Okay.
McChesney. I don't know if you know him or not.
Not personally.
But so during the break, maybe you'll have time to look at the flyer that they left with us. But yeah, he's going to be demonstrating how to, I guess, have your own bee, what do you call it?
Beehive. It's a hive.
Okay.
Yeah. How you too can keep bees.
And he said you don't have to be a big outfit. You can do it like a home garden. You can have your own home.
Right. Yeah. You're just a small amount.
That's
right.
cool.
It becomes it's hobby. And I always forget, and they didn't put the proper word in there. Apiarist.
That's what you call a beekeeper?
Yeah.
An apiarist. Huh.
Apiary. So you're just sort of a home hobbyist in that. And that's, it's, you get some honey out of it and you get to see some nature. And most of the time your bees are not aggressive. I mean, they, you just use special precautions.
He said a lot of them will leave. Just simply run away from home.
Yes.
And then start a new colony somewhere else.
When you see a swarm, that's all they've done. The area, either the hive they were in has gotten overcrowded or for some other reason, and they take a queen and poof, off they go. They're gonna make their own colony.
Wow.
In another location, and many times those colonies can be recaptured and brought back to where they're at. They don't have to be
really
destroyed.
Cool.
Yeah.
When I get old, I'm going to do that.
Yeah. I'm not going to get old, so I might feel like it, but I'm not.
Good morning. You're on the air with Caroline.
Don't wait till you get old. Hey, this is Kathy. And being an amateur beekeeper myself, I have several hives, and I just wanted to touch on what Sonny said. I constantly have to put out water for the bees.
Yes.
Constantly. And if you keep changing locations, they have to reconfigure and bring it back to the hive where that water is.
Right. So,
okay, because they do a little wiggle dance and they let everybody know where, hey, the pollen's good here. Hey, there's a water source here.
Yeah, well, they got their waves going on, and Google Maps.
And since this is a shout out, I am looking for a kids slip and slide so I can do a longer, what Carol Ann said, with the saucer and the pebbles.
Oh, yeah.
In front of my 6 hives. So that way my bees always have water and I don't have to, several times a day add water.
Okay. So the slip and slide, where the water comes up through that.
That's a good idea.
Right. I was just going to, dig a little ditch and lay that. I don't care if there's a hole in it. And just lay the stones and add the water.
So if anybody's got one that the kids tore up, or last year they didn't play with it, and you got it still in the garage, give us a holler.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Kathy.
Does
Have a good day.
Does the sun weaken that plastic in that slip and slide?
Oh yeah,
It'll fall apart, right?
Sure, over time. I mean, you don't usually have those out on the yard all the time because you'll kill your grass. But you bring them out on the weekends or whatever on those real hot days the kids want to play with them. But sometimes the kids, you bought it a couple years ago, the kids stopped playing with it, and so she's gonna reuse it.
Have you ever done slip and slide?
I have, but don't do it as an adult. You'll hurt your person.
I know. See, I feel like I missed out on it. I should have done it when I was a kid.
As a kid, yeah.
Yeah. But if I try it now,
you break something.
I'll be in bad shape, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Yes, you would.
We're up against the break. Let's take the break. We'll be right back.
At Earth Fare, we don't carry any food that's bad for you. So you could shop here blindfolded, knowing that everything is 100% clean and good for you. In fact, we carefully select everything in the store as if your life depends on it. Because it does.
Lori from Earth Fare will be on the air during AM Ocala Live, coming this Wednesday at 11:05 a.m. with weekly deals and information just for you.
Live longer with Earth Fare.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accidents. Plenty of sunshine and very warm on this Tuesday. High 84 near the coast, 92 inland. A moonlit sky Tuesday night, low 58, and the coolest inland spot 65 along the coast. Wednesday will be sunny and hot, high 90 near the coast, 97 inland. Remaining hot with sunshine Thursday, high 91 at the coast, 98 inland. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
The very best in quality is Captain T's Upholstery.
Hey, this is Dan. Let me ask you a few questions. Does your boat look better with the cover on? Has your car's interior seen its better days? Stop using a towel to cover up those rips in the golf cart. Isn't it about time you had it restored to better than new with a custom upholstery from Captain T? Captain T's Upholstery has been right here in Ocala for nearly 20 years, so they know how to make your ride one of a kind. Whether you want to take that classic ride back to a factory look or put your favorite sports team front and center, Captain T's Upholstery is who to call. 352-369-1810. That's 352-369-1810. Or stop by their location, 5030 South Pine Avenue in Ocala, just past the drive-in. And of course, don't forget to visit them on the web, CaptainTUpholstery.com.
The very best in quality is Captain T's Upholstery.
What you may have missed on the John Tesh Radio Show.
And small dogs, they can be aggressive. Have you seen this? The dog most likely to bite other dogs, strangers, or even their vet, it's the dachshund. Our eyes should never have to tilt more than 10 degrees to read something. Otherwise, we're more likely to crane our neck up or down, which raises our risk for neck and back aches. People living near a Target store have homes that have increased in value by 5 to 8% more than the national average.
Intelligence for your life on the John Tesh Radio Show. Don't miss this stuff.
WOCA gets results.
Yeah, I love WOCA because they're fun to listen to. Larry and Robin start the day fresh, and they're funny, they're informative. They've also helped us with Therapeutic Riding Association, getting us players for our golf tournament fundraisers, and so they help the kids that are handicapped, make our community a better place to live, and they've been a very good partner for us. Wouldn't want to have it any other way.
WOCA gets results.
You're going to love your new windows and the immediate energy savings when you work with Renewal by Anderson. You'll experience legendary quality installation. Visit renewalbyanderson.com for a free in-home consultation with the pros. Right now, save 20% on every window and door, plus 20% off installation. No money down, 0% interest, and 0 payments for 12 months with approved credit. Visit renewalbyanderson.com. Renewalbyanderson.com. Offer ends April 30th. License CGC 1524135.
All right, 20 minutes already after 9 o'clock. Holy mackerel. It's 72 degrees. Temperatures today climbing to 92. Not a bad kind of a forecast. Except we do need the water, right?
We need rain so bad. So, we did get a good rain, whatever that was, last week.
Yeah,
sometime.
Overnight thing.
But
yeah.
it's like, come on, can we get a couple more of those? We're really dry. But no, just going back to that topic of what Sonny had brought up, he's doing his bird bath and the wasps coming in. don't forget about those other wildlife. I mean, when people are complaining that the squirrels are eating their flowers, it's more than likely this time of year they're hunting for water. There's a good chance that their other some of the other plant material and things like that they would eat either isn't available yet, or it's delayed, or it doesn't have the moisture content that it would if we were getting regular rain. And so they're coming in and can be destructive. Your bird baths, keep them full, keep them clean. I've seen a couple things, I don't know, online or in magazines or whatever, that's got a neat like a little solar fountain kind of thing that'll actually put water up in the air from your bird bath, and I guess it connects to a garden hose so that you're going to have water constantly, because you figure if you throw it in the air, it's going to evaporate faster. And that attracts some of the other birds. It probably would keep it full also. And, just having to watch, because like he said, the crows come in, dirty it up. You got to come through and flush that out. Lower water at ground level for, I didn't realize bees, if you're keeping bees, you need to keep that in a central location all the time, keep it full. But it's not just sit a saucer of water down, because they'll drown. They can't, they're not swimmers. They're not, they can't reach the bottom. Their little legs are short. So we fill that with pebbles and stones of different size. You can even put some sand in there, because like butterflies and stuff have a proboscis they'll actually put down in and take that water up from from that areas.
Cool. I like that.
So those kind of things within the garden, within the flower garden, just in the landscape, helps to feed, water those other little critters.
So I have two questions in one. Do they, meaning the bugs and the animals, or if they don't, then how, or whatever, do they or how do they? That's the two questions. No, not to drink from a chlorinated pool.
They don't.
Oh, they do drink from?
Yeah,
Doesn't that hurt
would.
them?
Yeah. I don't think the chlorine level is such that it would be that detrimental.
Really?
I mean, if you knew where butterflies got a lot of their moisture and nutrition, you wouldn't want to get licked by a butterfly, because a lot of times it is from animal waste. To be nice.
Well, someone needs to tell them to stop doing that. That's
I know.
nasty.
It's like the cat. It's like the dog getting in the litter box. Well, the butterflies will get in the other too. So yeah, just.
Oh, by the way, I'm doing this thing for the Literacy Council.
Right.
Drawing. So a lady came in and she wanted me to draw a picture of this little Yorkie dog.
Okay.
And the Yorkie dog has a sad story. The Yorkie dog is no longer with us.
Oh.
Because, and I guess she knew the dog, and maybe she was even with it when this happened. A coyote came and took the dog.
Oh, wow.
And I guess they chased it. The coyote dropped it, but then by that time the dog,
the injuries,
the neck was broken or something. And I thought,
I wonder if that was that one over here a year ago. The gentleman went out and had his dogs out at night, and like the one last trip outside before bedtime, and next thing you know, he had coyotes around.
Know. But isn't that? I mean, that's nature.
It is nature, but it's.
And I don't know what you would do about that. Would you put like coyote chow out there so they wouldn't touch your animals?
No, we don't. We don't feed the coyotes. No, you don't want them to come back around you.
That's true. You sure don't. You want to take another call?
Let's do that.
Good morning. You're on the air with Carol Ann. Are you there?
Good morning.
Did I hit the wrong button? Good morning.
No.
There you are. There you are.
Yes.
You know why bees buzz, don't you?
What's that?
Do you know why bees buzz?
Why do bees buzz?
Well, because they're angry.
Oh.
And you'd be angry too if someone stole your honey and nectar.
Yeah.
Is that true?
Nah.
That's not what.
No, good bees.
Thank you. I couldn't even tell who that was. That was kind of a bad phone line there.
Yeah.
So.
But that's all right. But no, we'll go back. That Shalom Park, and that works into it's Shalom Park celebrating National Public Gardens Day on May the 12th, which is Friday, with expert beekeeper Chappie McChesney. Of course, I just said that twice. And just a casual event, a chance to ask questions on beekeeping and things like that. If you're interested in the backyard beehive and things like that. You can get those kind of questions answered on what, costs and things like that and, care. If you're someone who travels, can you do this? If you're somebody who's, maybe someone in the household is allergic or something like that, what can you do? Can you still do this? I know that local honey is something, if you suffer from allergies, say you've moved here from elsewhere and never had allergies there. Right. You move here and suddenly, oh my gosh, you had allergies you never knew you could have allergies about. Consuming the local honey, not just Florida honey, but local honey, one that's actually produced within your community, is going to have all of those pollens, or many of those pollens, that you are having an allergic reaction to. And it's just into a processed form that the body can take in without having this reaction. And you sort of build up that immunity to those pollens. And I've done it. It seemed to me like as if my allergies have not been as bad after doing that for quite a while. Just the local honey, though, not just going to the grocery store and buying a bottle of the honey in the little bear.
It's not the same.
It's not the same. That's a commercially produced honey from wherever. You get the local stuff that's from your local farmers markets and things.
We do have a phone call. Good morning. You're on the air with Carol Ann.
Hey, this is Marty. How you doing?
Real good.
Marty.
I had a little story about bees. My mother and I are short little people, and we never look up. Okay. And we have a big oak tree strand, and one day we were sitting in the swing, and we looked up, and there was this beautiful, huge beehive. I was wondering what kind of bees go way up high in a tree like that.
If it was like a swarm of them, it was probably honeybees. They will just find a limb.
Evidently not, Carol Ann, because it was empty. My son-in-law came and took it down, and, we were frightened. We thought, oh, my goodness, here we've been sitting under this beehive all this time, but there was nothing in it. So he took it and shellacked it and put it up in his den, and it's beautiful.
We
just wondered what kind of bees it would have been that left no evidence that they were ever in there.
Well, it wasn't bees. I can tell you that, because bees would just be a comb. Would have been protected, and there's bees normally will go in a structure.
Like
if it was sort of like a round. Spherical, or maybe not fully spherical, egg-shaped, that would have been hornets.
Oh, okay. It was very large. It was very big around and like a teardrop.
Right. That would have probably been a type of a hornet, which normally those would have been something that you would not have wanted to find out if there was anything in it, because hornets can get very angry when they're disturbed and come out at you.
Listen, I'm really interested in doing the beekeeping at my property. So who do I get in touch with, did you say?
This program's going to be held over at Shalom Park this coming Friday. What's the time? From 1 to 3 p.m. And for more information, you could email Summer, and I'm thinking there's a dot there, summer.best at otowfl.com.
Okay.
That's the only...
And they'll give me information on keeping a hive at home?
No, that would give you information on what's going on that day.
That day, I see.
Yeah, there is a YouTube link on here, but that's a little long-winded try to explain.
There's a phone number on the
bottom. There's a phone number. We got another phone number for the park over there. Is 352-875-4420. 875-4428.
Okay. Thanks a lot.
You're welcome.
Have a great day now.
You too.
Thank you. We're up again. Thank you. We'll take a little break and we'll be right back. We are We'll be right back.
Coming this and every second Friday of the month at 11 a.m. is Trinity Healthcare Medical Center with your host, Dr. David Kuhn. Trinity Healthcare Medical Center is Ocala's only progressive primary care clinic. Be sure to listen in and also check their website at thcmc.com. Then call them with your questions at 512-0000. That's 512-0000. That's every second Friday at 11 a.m. for Trinity Healthcare Medical Center here on The Source WOCA.
Here is your 30-second news brief. The Florida legislature has passed the state's budget. The $82.4 billion includes restoring Bright Futures scholarship funding and pay raises for state employees. 2 people have been arrested following an armed robbery at a Citgo gas station on Southwest 10th Street in Ocala. Another rhesus monkey was reported, this time in the Fruitland Park area in Lake County, and Florida Power and Light says they are ready to use drones to inspect equipment this hurricane season. And that is your news brief from The Source.
At Earth Fare, we don't carry any food that's bad for you. So you could shop here blindfolded, knowing that everything is 100% clean and good for you. In fact, we carefully select everything in the store as if your life depends on it. Because it does.
Lori from Earth Fare will be on the air during AM Ocala Live coming this Wednesday at 11:05 a.m. with weekly deals and information just for you.
Live longer with Earth Fare.
I hear the month of May is crazy busy at Palm Garden of Ocala.
You bet. To start with, the week of May 7 is National Nurses Week, where we celebrate our nurses and thank them for all their hard work. Palm Garden would not be what it is today without them. On Thursday, May 11, from 5 to 7, we are opening our doors to the listeners and offering retail therapy instead of physical therapy. We will have LuLaRoe clothing and Premier Designs jewelry available.
Palm Garden is located on the corner of 27th Avenue and 34th Street.
Next Generation MD is the future of healthcare now. Listen in the first and third Thursday at 10 a.m. to learn how the future in PRP treatments are here in our area. Find out the many ways that Dr. Juan Jordan, MD, Charles Brooks, NP, and case manager Mark Shaw have brought the family medicine practice to a new level. Hear from the very people that benefit from the fine work they have done in this field. Next Generation MD every first and third Thursday at 10 a.m. here on WOCA 96.3 FM, 1370 AM, The Source.
Mother's Day is the 14th, and you know what that means. Symphony Under the Stars at the Ocala Golf Club, 3130 East Silver Springs Boulevard. Bring a picnic and enjoy food specialties, fabulous music from the Ocala Symphony Orchestra, and fireworks. It'll be very dark after the fireworks, so be sure to bring a flashlight. Adult advance tickets are $20 and $25 at the door. Children 6 to 17, just $5. This is a wonderful way to spend Mother's Day evening with the family. Gates open at 5:30, and the concert begins at 7 o'clock. See you there. The Orlando Fringe is back for its 26th annual festival, May 16th through the 29th, with over 1,200 performances from local, national, and international performing arts companies, plus area high school thespians. There's something for everyone at the Orlando Fringe. Enjoy the sounds at the free outdoor stage and bring the kids for Kids Fringe on the weekends. For tickets and information, visit orlandofringe.org. See you at the Fringe. If you don't go, you'll never know. It's graduation time, and that means lots of celebrations and parties.
Call 861-0011 right now and have Honey Baked Ham prepare your party platters and meals.
Then you, the graduate, friend, and family have time to kick back and enjoy the day.
Honey Baked Ham is located on Southwest 27th Avenue, right behind Best Buy in Ocala.
Call 861-0011.
Pick up and enjoy.
With Honey Baked Ham, every day's a celebration.
25 minutes before 10 o'clock. Let's return to In the Garden with Carol Ann. Carol Ann Baldwin is here to answer your questions or to chat with you if you just want to say hi. The number is 352-622-9622.
And yeah, just going on some calendar with the thing coming up on Friday, learning about bees. Also on Friday from 10 to 11:30, one of the Master the Possibilities series over at On Top of the World Education Center is invasive plants. What makes a plant invasive, and learn about Marion County invasives and how to recognize them, and either eliminate them from your garden or not put them in. Only thing I want to put on that as a preface or whatever, just an addendum to that, is that there are plants on an invasive species list that the original was invasive. There are hybrids of them now which have sterile seed and such like that you don't have to totally eliminate that plant. You just need to get the better variety. Wisteria. Chinese wisteria is horrible. It's invasive. It will strangle a tree if allowed to climb up it. But you can get American wisteria, and it's not so bad. It's not a big issue. Nandina. The Nandina domestica is a tall Nandina. It gets upward to 6 feet tall. I've never personally seen it get out of hand, but it's one that it's on the list. But there are hybrids or other varieties that are smaller varieties, dwarf ones and things like that, that either don't berry very much, they don't flower or berry a lot, they're not putting out the runners, they don't spread that way. Same thing with Mexican petunia. There's now hybrids in which the seed is if not fully sterile, it's like 80%. So it's not near what the problem was before. And so it's research before you automatically condemn a plant.
By the way, I want to invite you to a party.
Oh, do you?
Yeah. I don't know when it's going to be.
Okay.
But it's going to be under my apple tree.
Oh, okay.
Because my goal is to actually plant this little thing.
Right.
And have it big enough that I can put some...
Put a chair underneath it and sit in the shade of your apple tree.
I want to sit under the apple tree and say, this thing grew from a coffee cup in the radio station.
From a seed from the apple.
How long is that going to take before that happens?
A long time.
How long? 10 years? Well, you've been doing this show 10. We can do it another 10.
We can do another 10 years. We get it in a good pot. I mean, it's in a cup now. It does have soil now. Robin put some soil in with it, so that's that's going to actually offer, because the potting mix she used, name brand one, has fertilizer in it, so that's probably going to kick it, and you might start to see a little bit of growth going on that, even a little more.
Oh, good.
So yeah, we'll get some size on it.
No, Larry did the soil and everything.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't take credit for
that. She gave me the soil.
Larry actually put a handful of dirt in.
You, Robin, something else. She brought it. It was her soil.
It was her. Yeah, you just had to do you did the work. Yeah. You did the physical part.
But it's called. Can I tell you what it is? Or you?
It's a Gala apple, isn't it?
No. I mean the soil.
Oh well, I mean, I just said it was a brand name kind of thing.
But what does that mean? Okay, I want to. Can I tell you what it is? I mean, you know what it is.
I know what it is. Yeah.
All right, it's Miracle Grow.
Right. It's the big brand
name. And that's
name.
my question. What does that mean? I mean, does that mean it's going to grow, or is that just a?
It's a brand name. That's just like Campbell Soup or Scott Tissue or.
But is it better than if I just got dirt out of the garden?
Yes.
Okay.
Because it's a potting mix, and it's a blend that would be better in a container than garden soil. Anytime you're doing something in a pot, you do better with a potting mix, whether or not you buy the name brand one, as we just mentioned, or a store brand one. Just find something that you're comfortable with, or that someone else maybe recommended to you because they've used it. Sometimes you get the real inexpensive ones, and you do get what you pay for, and your plants aren't happy with it. But if it's going in a container, you're going for potting mix, or if it's a huge container, there's now soils out there that are for raised beds. So they're still going to offer that drainage and things, but they're for a larger kind of container. But so hopefully we'll see this little guy shoot up. So he will need to go in a bigger.
So you're invited to a party.
We're invited to a party.
It's going to be underneath the apple tree.
Under the apple tree. I have apple pie and.
Well, you said there won't be apples, but.
I know, but we can bring apple pie.
We can. Oh yes, we can.
We can have apple pie under that. Yeah.
I wanted to play something for you. Okay, in your headset, you should be able to hear this.
Okay.
Let's see. This is a video. Listen.
Okay.
Doesn't that sound magical?
Yes. Sounds like, there should be fairies or something flying around.
Do you know what that is?
It's chimes.
It's wind chimes over at Bob Wine's Community Gardens.
Ah.
Isn't that nice?
That is nice.
And so I bring that up because we're not up to the break yet, but in about 5 minutes we're going to give away a $20 gift certificate to Bob Wine's. and it's good for plants, right?
Right. Not for wind chimes.
Not for wind chimes. Not for
potting mixes.
Right.
Not for mulch or anything like that. But plants. And you figure this weekend is Mother's Day weekend. You can either take Mom.
Oh my gosh.
And go get her. And I heard their ad on my way in, and they've got some fantastic deals going on right now. So you can either give Mom your gift certificate, or you can take Mom, or you could buy Mom a gift with your gift certificate when you get it.
Didn't those wind chimes just sound unbelievable?
They just sounded very nice. Yes.
And they've got a bird bath that I want.
Oh yeah.
So don't buy that one. I'm not going to tell you which one it is.
No.
Yeah. Let it stay there till
Let it stay there till you.
I got to save up my pennies. But
Okay. So don't invest in the Apple stock.
I want one heavy enough that a thief is going to say, "Forget this. This one's too heavy."
Oh. Why, did somebody steal your other one?
No, but my mom and dad used to have one of those gazing balls on their front lawn, and then somebody would steal it. And then they'd buy another one, and somebody would steal it. Somebody would always steal their gazing ball.
Interesting. But that's one of those kind of things. The other thing, this Saturday, another place you can take Mom. You make this a mom's weekend kind of thing. Take her out to dinner Friday, go to the Master Gardener plant sale on Saturday. Actually, start out, maybe you do lunch on Friday and then stop in Shalom Park and learn about bees.
Yes.
Maybe Mom would like to learn about bees.
You think?
Maybe.
Your mother? No.
It depends on who your
mother is, right?
Yeah.
If your mother is Carol Ann.
Or Kathy.
Do you have a bee?
Like that.
I mean, do you have a bee?
I don't have any bees. No, I don't have.
So we spoke to an author a few weeks ago, and the book was titled
100
Plants to Attract Bees, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, 100 plants to attract to
something like that.
bees,
Yeah.
So I mean, my woods. There's probably a few bees around, but mostly we had ground wasps, and they were mean. But okay, you got Mom on Friday going over and taking a look and seeing the bees and how to grow bees in the yard. And then Saturday, y'all can get up and go to the Master Gardener Spring Plant Sale from 8 to noon on Saturday. You got your fruit trees, and you do have pollinator plants. And so that's, you're using those pollinator plants to bring those bees in the yard, or your hummingbird plants, your butterfly plants, herbs and perennials, native plants. You can get your Melaleuca mulch, a rain barrel if it were to ever rain again. Maybe if somebody gets a couple rain barrels get sold, we can get them set up underneath some gutters, and it'll encourage the rain to come fill them up.
You think?
Maybe. That, or if I would just go out and wash my car, maybe then it would rain. That is free admission. Please leave the pets home. Don't want the pets to get stepped on. And you need both hands to shop for plants. So leave little Fluffy and Fido at home. They'll be glad to see you when you get back. But that's another thing you can do with Mom this weekend.
Hey, we have another phone call coming in.
Great.
Let me do what I need to do to answer it. Here we go. Good morning. You're on the air with Carol Ann.
Morning, guys.
Morning.
Years ago, my dad told me all about the birds and the bees. So I'm kind of educated.
Yeah.
About a month or so ago, maybe a little longer, I called in about I had a problem with an armadillo digging my yard up.
Yeah.
And I had my wife get on the computer and research it, and one of the suggestions was mothballs.
No.
And I know where the little guy lived because I chased him off the lawn. I tried to catch him. I was going to put him in a garbage bucket and take him for a ride into the forest, but I couldn't. He got down in the hole before I could get to him. So I put a handful of mothballs down there, and it's been 3-4 weeks, and he's history. I guess he doesn't like mothballs.
Yeah, he probably doesn't, but that's not the best thing. Mothballs are toxic. They may, and why they recommend it online and things like that. If you read the box of mothballs, nowhere does it say to use them outside. They are for enclosed areas. They're for closets. They're for storage chests, things like that. They're actually kind of toxic. So yeah, if he's gone and out of there, fill your hole back in. Your best thing to do to try to do them is to get the commercial repellents. Is your best thing to do. I know the mothballs are like $3 or $4 for a box of them, where the repellents are more expensive. But at least you're not hurting anything else, including yourself.
I didn't put a lot down his hole, and when I knew he was gone, I went and collected just about all of them, and I put it in the garbage, and I filled the hole back up. But he hasn't been around since, so my neighbors might be getting mad at me because he might be over there horsing around. I don't know, but it always did work.
And with the temperature, with the dry weather and everything, the grubs that they're going after eating and the earthworms and things like that are deep. They're gone. They may not be reproducing as much, and so he may have gone into whatever wooded area is nearby, because a wooded area is going to be a little cooler, a little more moisture is going to be in those areas, and possibly a better food supply. Because that's all he was doing. He was looking for a food supply and a place to stay. And like you say, you chased him out of living underneath your home, and so hopefully he found a tree stump out in the woods somewhere to live under.
Hopefully, yeah. I was going to say, yesterday I noticed a couple of love bugs outside. I have a white garage door, and for some reason love bugs like white. I don't know why. Yes, they do. And but I don't know. I got a feeling with the drought, we might not have a bad case of love bugs again this May. No, I don't think so either. And we didn't have a big issue with them back in the fall either. So. Who's to, it's again, we have drought conditions. You get positives and negatives out of them, but we still want the rain. Yeah, I know I read an article way back about love bugs, and some scientist or whoever he was kind of thinks they're kind of migrating a little bit further north out of Florida, not far more north, but they're not going to be as prevalent in the state anymore. That's what his thoughts were. Yeah, I don't know if they'll lose their prevalence. I think they just might be carrying the problem up in a little further north might be the biggest issue. Yeah, it's a shame that birds don't eat them, But they just, they're not good for much. Okay, thank you. All right. Have a good day.
Thank you, Hugh. Okay. Let's take a little break. Before we take the break, let me make this announcement that let's say you're going to Bob Wine's Community Gardens and Nursery. Mm-hmm. You're going to go buy some plants. Right. And I'm a good guy, and I say, hey, by the way, on your way out the door, here's a $20 bill. And you say, oh, why? What do you want me to get you? Nothing. I want you to buy something for yourself. There you go. I have what is exactly the same thing. An equivalent of a $20 bill? Yes. It's a $20 gift certificate. It's yours. Just ask me for it. There you go. But I only have one, so you got to be first. And you got to call now. 622-9622. We'll leave your name on it. It'll be waiting for you right here, and we'll be right back with Carol Ann. 622-9622.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accidents. Plenty of sunshine and very warm on this Tuesday. High 84 near the coast, 92 inland. A moonlit sky Tuesday night, low 58, and the coolest inland spot 65 along the coast. Wednesday will be sunny and hot, high 90 near the coast, 97 inland. Remaining hot with sunshine Thursday, high 91 at the coast, 98 inland. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
At Earth Fair, we don't carry any food that's bad for you. So you could shop here blindfolded, knowing that everything is 100% clean and good for you. In fact, we carefully select everything in the store as if your life depends on it. Because it does.
Lori from Earth Fair will be on the air during AM Ocala Live, coming this Wednesday at 11:05 a.m. with weekly deals and information just for you.
Live longer with Earth Fair.
Hi, my name is Erica Olstein. I'm a doctor of acupuncture and oriental medicine. So, you used to be wired, now you're just tired. You used to be thin, but now you're the heaviest you've ever been. You don't necessarily always have to take a med if your thyroid is playing dead. If you have a thyroid disorder, an acupuncture visit may be in order. Come visit me, your primary care physician, Erica Olstein, at A Better You Healthcare. Call me at 352-615-5566.
This is James Snyder, inviting you to join me each Sunday morning at 9:30 for Sunday Joy on 1370 AM, 96.3 FM.
Mother's Day is the 14th, and you know what that means. Symphony Under the Stars at the Ocala Golf Club, 3130 East Silver Springs Boulevard. Bring a picnic and enjoy food specialties, fabulous music from the Ocala Symphony Orchestra, and fireworks. It'll be very dark after the fireworks, so be sure to bring a flashlight. Adult advance tickets are $20 and $25 at the door. Children 6 to 17, just $5. This is a wonderful way to spend Mother's Day evening with the family. Gates open at 5:30, and the concert begins at 7 o'clock. See you there.
Keep up with what's going on in the downtown area with Ocala Downtown Newspaper. Delivering thousands of newspapers to businesses in the downtown area, Ocala Downtown is there to keep you informed. They even have Tom's Picks, a free referral for people who are looking for a company to do work for them. Tom's Picks will refer the company that fits your needs, and all we ask in return is that you tell them where you heard about it. It's simple. For more info, just call Tom's Picks, 352-804-1223, and pick up your copy of the Downtown Ocala newspaper today.
Now read Ocala Downtown newspaper online.
Hospice of Marion County has an urgent need for volunteers to share a conversation with someone, run errands, hold someone's hand. All you need is a willingness to help others. Our volunteers believe the blessings they receive far exceed the services they offer. Will you consider serving, caring, and making a difference? Call today, 873-7441. Hospice of Marion County, making more moments of life possible.
Putting the local back into radio. 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. WOCA News. Variety. Information. Now. Keep your arms and legs on the inside at all times.
News happens fast. And when it happens here. The leader in talk radio.
All right, 9 minutes before 10 o'clock. The hour goes so fast when you do your show.
It does.
Does it go fast for you?
It does. It does seem to just go flying by. It's like, yeah, you look at, here's the clock, and I go, wow, we only got, 7 minutes left. And
so I have to wait 10 years for this thing?
Yeah.
I got to remember when I started growing it. It was April 2017. Now it's May. So it's only a month old.
So it's only a month, and it's looking good, and we get some good care for it, and pretty soon it'll probably have to relegate itself back to your house.
Do you know what
So you'll have to photograph it on a weekly or monthly basis.
Do you know what I always think about that you say?
What's that?
So you say some plants don't like wet feet.
Right.
Right? Okay, so this is actually a cup. It's got
has no drainage.
So I put water in it, but very little, thinking I don't want it to have wet feet, right?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, plants don't like wet feet, or most plants don't like wet feet.
So I just put a little bit. I take it to the water fountain.
And just do a little dribble.
Do you know, one more thing about my little cup?
What's it?
It gets very hot in the window here. Is that okay?
I would watch it. I mean, it's
later on in the day, it gets really hot.
Is it hot if you were to actually put your finger in the cup?
Probably, because the cup is black.
Yeah.
It's probably absorbing all that heat. Maybe
but you figure that on a nursery pad, their pots are black, and they're outside in the sun all day. And
oh, really? So it's okay?
It should be all right.
Okay.
Should be all right. Shouldn't be a big problem.
I'm going to sit under this thing one day.
Yeah, one day. Yep. We'll get some size to it, and we'll just set it on a shelf and sit underneath it.
And then we'll have to get a big pot, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we could do that. We could do that. Yeah, I just caught what you said.
Just get it up a little bit bigger, get another pot, and just put it up on the shelf. We're going to sit underneath the apple tree.
Well, you don't want to wait 10 years for the whole thing?
Yeah, well, you can always have a reunion. The apple tree reunion.
Are we not going to do this in 10 years? Do you think you'll still be doing this in 10 years?
I don't know what I'll be doing in 10 years.
I'll probably still be doing this.
Who knows?
You'll be doing it.
Oh, probably.
It'll be Tuesday. Tuesday in the year 2027.
Yeah. God, that's frightening. That's almost frightening. It is dry out, folks. It is a drought. No fertilizer really on anything. I don't see a big pest issue. I don't see a bunch of fungus issues going on out in the landscape. Stay hydrated yourself if you are out there. There's no real reason to mow. Don't park your car on the side of the road where the grass is tall and crunchy dead or dry. Don't flick your cigarette butts out of the window. If you're a smoker, have an ashtray in your car. Dispose of them properly. Charcoal grills out in your yard or at a picnic area. Get a metal can to put your coals in if you can't just leave them in the grill and allow them to cool naturally.
Sounds good. We should do that. Get a charcoal thing going and make some
hot dogs on a charcoal grill or s'mores.
So what do? You look at your meat and you figure out where the animal lived?
Some of them will actually tell you where it was born, raised, and harvested. Yes,
really?
I'm picky.
I never look for that. I just look how much does it cost and I buy it.
No, I'm picky. I want to know where it comes from.
Like all meat or just? I mean, does it,
any that's fresh meat?
Why would they? I mean, we got a lot of chickens right here. Why would they get it from another country?
Because it's cheaper.
Wow. A chicken is cheaper in another country.
Well, if they don't have to pay as much, or depending on what they're feeding them and things like that, it's there's it's a quality control issue, I guess.
If I go to Chick-fil-A later on and I ask Brian, where did these chickens live? You know what I asked him one time? How long ago was this alive? I asked him that one time. He said this morning. So.
Interesting. Was that? No, I won't say. I was going to say something. The bug that you saw scurry across the floor. I don't. That's not nice. But just sort of. I mean, it's the same thing. Purchasing produce. Everyone wants to be good stewards of the environment and things like that. Eat produce when it's in season locally. That's your best way of being a good steward of your environment. Is don't buy the stuff that has to be shipped over from somewhere else. When you were a child, if you're anywhere close, at least to my age, about the only thing you could get out of season that still stayed reasonably priced was like bananas. And they normally, I think, came from Hawaii at that time, probably in the 60s and 70s and stuff. But you ate in season. You ate what was locally available when it came to fresh produce. After those times during the year, in the wintertime and things like that, you got certain produce that was available fresh locally and wasn't shipped in from all over either this country or from abroad. So if you're truly thinking on that end of it, if you're truly thinking of it on that end, is go and eat local, buy local, eat seasonally, and go with it on that side. That's my way.
By the way, you know what the must-have food is for the state of Florida? I have this whole list.
The must-have food in the state of Florida. Visiting Florida, what do you got to have? Gator tail.
According to this, yeah, I would say that. But this says stone crab.
Ah, okay. Stone crab is good, too. Stone crab's good.
You want to hear what it is for New Jersey?
Tomatoes.
I think I had this earlier. Let's see. Tomatoes. Let's see. New Jersey. The must-have food if you visit the state of New Jersey is Taylor ham.
Oh, yeah. Taylor pork roll.
Wow. It rings a bell. You know what that is?
I love Taylor pork roll. Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm. You buy a little box in Publix of it, about 8 slices, cost you almost $4. It's good stuff, though. I mean, that was a staple food. I think we even had it in the cafeteria, for breakfast. You had Taylor ham and an egg on a bun.
Sounds good. Sounds good. I don't know what Taylor ham is, but
it's pork roll. It's ham. Yeah, it's good stuff.
And where does the pig live?
Probably in Jersey.
Probably. It's a New Jersey pig.
It's a Jersey pig.
Well, it goes fast. We're done.
It does. Another day is done. Everybody be careful out there. Stay hydrated. Watch the heat. It is hot. Sit under the apple tree and have you a glass of apple juice.
Thank you, Carolyn.
Thanks, Larry.
All right, we will be right back. This is The Source, WOCA Ocala.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Fox News Radio, I'm Lillian Wu. In the fight over immigration, the Attorney General of Texas backing the decision by the governor to sign the sanctuary cities legislation into law.
We don't want to wait around. We believe this is absolutely constitutional. This similar law was passed in Arizona, was upheld by the U.S. Supreme Court, and so why wait?
Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton speaking to Fox News. The law aimed at getting local law enforcement officials more involved in federal immigration enforcement efforts.
Now, critics worry the law could create a chilling effect, causing a distrust of people, leading to people not reporting crimes.
Fox's Kelly Wright. The White House postponing a meeting to discuss whether the U.S. should withdraw from a landmark international climate deal agreed to in Paris under the Obama administration. And country music star Alan Jackson selling his home in northern Georgia for $6.4 million. Fox News, we report, you decide.
Heavy rain this morning causing backed up traffic all the way to
Please remove all laptops and
Folks, we're number 9 on the list for takeoff, so settle in, keep those seatbelts fastened.
What fries with that?
Welcome to Westin. Travel can be disruptive to your well-being. That's why at Westin Hotels and Resorts, we have rejuvenating heavenly beds, a nutritious superfoods RX menu, and a workout gear lending program to help you stay in control and rise above it all. Westin, let's rise.
There are two things every parent wants when their child goes to college. For their child to do well, and a way to afford it. Now, with Discover Student Loans, parents can have the best of both worlds. Not only do our loans cover up to 100% of school-certified costs with zero fees, but we'll give them a cash reward for each new student loan if they earn at least a 3.0 GPA or equivalent. That means every A in history or B in math could help them earn a cash reward for good grades. Just one of the many ways we treat you like you'd treat you. Apply now in 15 minutes or less at discoverstudentloans.com. Limitations apply.
Ad Council. Today in Florida Ag News, I'm a Southeast AgNet. Well, to the extent that any legislative session is remembered, the 2017 edition could be remembered as much for what lawmakers didn't do as what they did. According to a story from the News Service of Florida, the legislature will not be able to avoid being one of the least active in terms of bills passed since at least 1998. The House and Senate passed 231 bills, the same number approved by lawmakers back in 2015. No other session since 1998 has passed fewer than 264 bills. Some of what lawmakers did pass could still be undone by Governor Rick Scott. The governor's budget priorities were almost universally rejected in the final agreement, leading to speculation he could veto the entire budget, an extraordinarily rare move. Even if he does sign the overall spending plan, Scott could use his line item veto to strike specific projects. But lawmakers were able to push through some major accomplishments, one of those being approval of a reservoir south of Lake Okeechobee, something supporters hope will keep water bodies east and west of the lake from being periodically doused with polluted water. The proposal, which reflects a number of changes sought by the House and which anticipates the federal government agreeing to pay half the cost of the reservoir, also caps annual state funding at $64 million. That's down from the proposed $100 million. Senator Joe Negron's proposal drew heavy opposition from farmers and some community leaders south of the lake, but the House and Senate ultimately agreed on a reservoir plan after Negron made changes.
The way crop prices fluctuate, you're actually thinking about trying to save some money by not using a product like Black Max 22 this year. Here's the problem. Because prices are volatile, improving yield becomes your most important strategy, and Black Max 22's proprietary LHC technology is designed to optimize your soil, reduce fertilizer burn, and improve yield potential year after year. Don't let saving money cost you money. When it comes to your nutrition program, remember Black Max 22, because if you feed it, you need it. See your local CPS retailer today.
Randall Wiseman, Southeast AgNet.
On this episode of What Not to Do, brought to you by
Mike Scott Plumbing. If water runs through it, we do it.
Holy what have you done in my kitchen?
Oh, honey, how is it? I never know when she's coming home.
What are all these pipes laying around? Why is my dishwasher in the living room, and why is the carpet all wet?
Well, remember that fancy new kitchen remodel you've always wanted?
Oh, I do, and this is not it.
But I thought I might save some money by doing it myself.
You thought wrong. I promise this is going to cost you way more. You should have called in the professionals at Mike Scott Plumbing, because I'm pretty sure when I flush the toilet, water is not supposed to come out of the sink.
Noticed that, did you?
The next thing I'm going to notice is you calling Mike Scott Plumbing like you should have done in the first place.
Yes, dear. 866-314-4443.
Yes, 866-314-4443.
That played out so differently in my head.
On next week's episode of What Not to Do.
No, not monkeys.
Ocala's information station, 1370 WOCA.
Ocala. Auto repair with personal care. We know what we're talking about. Matt Gibbs and the guys over at Sunrise Automotive will treat you right. We'll treat you right.
All right, 5 minutes after 10 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in. Lately, I've been hearing on the Dana Show in the afternoon an advertisement for some auto repair insurance, and I asked about it last week when Matt was in here, but it's just, every time I hear it, I think I should do something, put a jar aside or something. And because car repairs are just a part of life, and you think you're never going to need them, but you do, you're always going to need them, so might as well put money away for them. It might be the better insurance policy than paying somebody else to pay on your behalf. I don't know. It's just one of those questions. Good morning. Oh, Matt Gibbs is here. I'm sorry. From Sunrise Automotive, and he is here, of course, to answer your automobile questions. We invite you to call. The number is 622-9622. And, of course, if the car is beyond repair, or you just want another one, Crossroad Auto Sales has some selections, and maybe sometime during today's show we'll get a spotlight on one or two of them. Good morning, Matt.
Morning, Larry.
How are you?
Good.
Where's your microphone? There's your microphone. How, everything all right over at the Sunrise?
Yeah.
Yeah. I haven't been over there in a while, but that's good news, right? If I don't need... Oh, I need to come for an oil change. Oh, I do have something I want to tell you.
Okay.
About oil changes.
All right. Oh, gosh, I know.
You know what I'm going to say?
No, I have no idea.
Okay. That we passed a sign the other day, and it said the quickest oil change on earth.
Okay.
All right. And I said to Robin, I don't know that that's a good thing. Mm-hmm. I think I'd rather go to somebody who will take his time to look at some of the other things that are needed in there and point out to me, because I was thinking of you. I'd rather go to Matt, because Matt's going to not just change my oil, but he's going to do other stuff. Plus, he's going to say, by the way, we noticed, and that's what I need. I don't need the quickest oil change on earth.
And you're that type of person. But then there's other people that needs the fastest oil change on earth. See, people come in all the time and they'll ask, can I get my car serviced? Some people come in and say, can I get an oil change? So, and it's a mindset. If you want to come in and get an oil change, I won't do an oil change, but I understand what they're saying.
Right.
They're saying, change my oil, don't look at nothing, don't give me no bad news. That's what they're saying. When people come in and say, can I get my car serviced? By golly, if you serviced a car and something happens the next day, they're going to be down at your place yelling at you saying, I just had my car in yesterday to have it serviced. But in essence, we changed the oil, the filter, and lube the chassis. But what we do is, whether you come in and you want an oil change, or if you come in and you want it serviced, we're going to do the same thing to the car. And the good thing about Sunrise is we don't, if you need a little bit of brake fluid, I don't charge you $2. If you need a little bit of coolant, we don't charge you $3. And if you need washer fluid, we don't charge you an extra $3. We just fill up all the fluids. We check all the air pressures in the tires. We check the wipers, and we check the belts, and we check, the hoses, and we check the lights. And that's what we do on everybody's car. So, by saying that, I say this. If you want the fastest oil change on the planet, do not come to Sunrise Automotive, because we're just not going to do it that way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Okay. So I see what some people. But if I was going to give advice to a new driver, I would say you don't want the fastest one. I mean, no offense to those guys, whoever they are. They're in town here somewhere. We just happened to see the sign the other day.
And there are places. The name of the company is Quick Lube. Quick Lube.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
a lot of the new car stores, I don't know if you've noticed at Ocala Ford Motors, they just built a brand new building. Quick service. Get them in, get them out. Get them in, get them out. I just...
Well, all right. On that, let me just say this, because we do have a phone call. But real quick, I just want to say something about Sunrise. I've had problems with cars, major problems with cars, that I literally was without a car for a month. I am not exaggerating. I've had major problems with cars in the time I've known you, and you've never taken more than a few days. So that's quick enough for me. Because if you've ever had to wait a month for a car, 5 days is fine.
Right.
If that makes sense to you. And you do have a phone call. Good morning. Thank you for calling. You're on the air with Matt.
Yes, good morning, guys.
Morning.
Say, man, what is your take on, I kind of know what your take's going to be, but now Mobile One, and I think Pennzoil is also advertising once a year oil change, guaranteed to not wreck your engine. It's supposed to be good. I think you're talking 15,000 miles. It must be something halfway decent, because they would be liable for engine problems or something if it wouldn't be good, right?
Well, I would say this. Number one, I've been seeing that ad once a year, Mobile One with the little 3-inch Kevin Harvick and standing on top of the motor. I've seen that commercial several times, and here's the problem I have with that commercial. Regardless of the product, if the product is out there and it's saying, okay, you can drive this car for 1 year and not change your oil, here's the issues that I have with it from a technician's perspective. Now, I do understand with fuel injection is way different than carburation. Okay, so crankcase, fuel getting into the crankcase, that's me buzzing.
Okay.
It's way different. Okay, the oil doesn't get contaminated today like it did years ago when we had carburetors. But here's the deal. What if your valve cover gasket's leaking? What if your rear main seal's leaking a little bit? What if your front seal's leaking a little bit? You go into a place, you get your oil changed, and you don't have to change this oil again for a year. But what if you're using a quart of oil every 2,000 miles? In 2,000 miles, you use 1 quart of oil.
Yeah.
You're gonna get to go 15,000 miles. You ain't gonna have no oil. Now, if you run out of oil, they're not gonna be responsible for fixing your engine because you let it run out of oil. How many people out there? Let's be honest. How many people out there check their oil? None of my family checks their oil. Nobody checks.
Well, one of the reasons that they don't is the fact that on your dash, a red light would go on saying "check your oil, your engine," right?
A lot of the cars. Now there are some cars that will have a light to say low oil level. The majority of the cars, though, don't have that light, but they have change oil now lights. That's on a timer. Okay, so you're going to rely, they're called idiot lights for a reason, so you're going to rely on that car to tell you that here you have no oil. Now,
It's not good.
One of the better things, by changing your oil every 3,000-4,000 miles, if you do have a leak or something, at least you have a little bit of time to kind of catch it. The scary part about it is if it's dumping oil, you're going to go get it looked at right away. If you come out and there's a puddle under your car, you're going to take it in and get it looked at. But saying that this car doesn't need an oil change for 1 year if it's seeping out, and we see it all the time where the customer's not really complaining about any oil on the garage or on the driveway, but they have an oil leak. And that scares me for the customer's sake. Going 1 year without checking.
Well, whether or not your car leaks oil, they must be saying that the oil must be good enough to last a year or 15,000 miles, right? Whether it leaks or not. I mean, to get that oil in your engine must be doing the correct thing, right?
Well, that's what they're saying. Whether to be honest with you, sitting here on the radio and everybody listening. I've not tested that particular oil. I haven't gone through the process I've done with other oils to test them and kind of get an idea of what it is. I'd be willing to go buy a quart of that oil and test it and see how it compares against like Schaefer's oil, and see if it's has the qualities that like Schaefer oil has. I'd like to do. Matter of fact, I will do that because I'm just that.
Just curious.
Yeah, I'm just that type of guy.
Well, let us know what the results are. Thank you, Hugh. Let me take the break and we'll be right back. The phone number, if you'd like to call Matt, 622-9622.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accidents. Plenty of sunshine and very warm on this Tuesday. High 84 near the coast, 92 inland. A moonlit sky Tuesday night, low 58 in the coolest inland spot, 65 along the coast. Wednesday will be sunny and hot, high 90 near the coast, 97 inland. Remaining hot with sunshine Thursday, high 91 at the coast, 98 inland. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
Hello, gorgeous.
Hi, this is Becky at Hello Gorgeous Salon. Let's get rid of those sun damaged ends and faded out color and get into something rich and vibrant. It's time to get that new look started. So call today and set up your appointment at Hello Gorgeous Salon, 351-5358. Hello Gorgeous is a certified Brazilian blowout salon. We can tame those locks, leaving your hair healthy and shiny with a Brazilian smoothing treatment. And whether you're going on a job interview or out on a date, your hands do a lot of talking. Manicures are a must. Hello Gorgeous is a full-service salon, so let us help you make a great first impression. Call us today to set your appointment at Hello Gorgeous. Our number is 352-351-5358. Again, that's 352-351-5358. Hello Gorgeous is conveniently located in the heart of downtown Ocala, right next to the historic Marion Theater. And don't forget, we also do men and children's cuts too.
Hello, gorgeous.
Hey, this is Matt Wilkerson from Verizon. You work all day, right? So why would you want to spend your night out shopping for that new phone? Well, Marion County, let me and Verizon help you out. I can deliver to your home or office, saving you precious time. Phone, tablets, internet, home phones, even accessories. Whatever you need, we will deliver free of charge. Call me at the store, 352-528-0020. That's 528-0020.
All right, 17 minutes after 10 o'clock. Matt Gibbs is here from Sunrise Automotive and Crossroad Auto Sales. They're both at the same location, which is 1800 Northwest 10th Street. And the phone lines are open right now if you'd like to call Matt here while he's on the air, ask a question about your car, or maybe some kind of a additive. I don't know. I was mentioning off the air to Matt that if you walk through this parking lot here at the Paddock Mall, and it's like a Sunday after they close or whatever, or before they open, as long as it's daylight, you can see every single parking space has 2 oil stains in it. One if the car is facing forward, and one if the car is facing the other way. So cars must be leaking all over the place, because cars are cars all over the world.
Cars are cars all over the world.
You slept last night and said, I'm going to figure out a way to get this song on this show.
Good morning. You're on the air with Matt.
Good morning, Matt. This is Sonny.
Hey, Sonny.
How you doing?
Good.
I'd just like to report my little silver bullet there is still getting about 26 miles to the gallon around town, and your magic touch seems to be lasting.
That's what we want. We don't want it just to last for a minute. We want it to last.
Yeah, well, usually things get tired or whatever. But anyway, I just wanted to let you know everything is going happy, and I guess I'll be seeing you soon for a little maintenance.
All right.
So, have a good day.
Thank you, Sonny. You too.
Thank you, Sonny.
All right. Thank you, WOCA. Bye now.
Thank you.
Bye now.
So just going back to what we were saying in the beginning, if I come in and ask you to service my car, or I come in and say, would you change my oil? Either whatever I say, it's still going to be the same service at the end, right?
At the end of the day.
Okay.
But I'm going to hear what you're saying. And if you say I need...
Larry won't.
Well, if a
not.
customer comes in and says, I need an oil change, and I'll say, do you have 20 minutes? And that's going to tell me right now, I'm on lunch, I need to get back to work. They're in a hurry.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because, when someone's car... Time is probably the most important thing we all look at. How much time you don't sit in my waiting room is real important.
Okay. I have in my car, I have a light that comes on that says fuel is low. You need to put gas in there. Okay. And we did a gig the other day at the other side of town somewhere. And I turned on the radio and I heard that we had dead air. So I knew I had to get back here really quick. And I had this light that said low gas. So I thought, oh my gosh, should I risk this? And I thought, I better stop. Because what if I don't make it? That's worse. And so the same theory applies with the oil. I mean, if you spend that little extra time letting somebody with knowledgeable eyes and knows what they're looking at, I don't know. To me, it's worth the extra time it takes. Just to have you tell me what I don't want to hear, but at least you'll save me the inconvenience of being stuck on the interstate.
You know, and here's the thing. I don't push it, but I feel it's my responsibility to tell you. You know, if I see something with your car,
or hear something,
or feel something, or hear something, whatever. And if I see that, I feel like it's my responsibility to tell you, not necessarily to take more money out of your pocket.
That's why I love you, because I know that's never going to happen. I honestly know this, Matt. I am not just saying it because you're on the radio. This is absolutely the truth. That's the one thing. I mean, if it costs money, it costs money. But I know it's not you padding your pockets with something,
right? To
pay for that limo that you are chauffeured around in.
Yeah, that limo.
and your driver.
I'm the driver.
Good morning. You're on the air with Matt.
Yeah. Good morning. Yes. Your engine oil is your engine's primary coolant, believe it or not. The radiator fluid is the secondary coolant. So if your engine oil is tired or non-existent, your engine is in a world of hurt.
Yes. Yep. And there's actually
have a good day.
Cadillacs. They have a situation. They have a system in the North Star engines to where if let's say your cooling, something happens with your cooling system, that they have a way to divert oil to help cool the engine.
Really?
Because oil is actually a better, it absorbs the heat better.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Wow. How's Dan's Cadillac, by the way? I kept hearing about Dan's Cadillac.
I don't know. I haven't talked to Dan. Does he still have the radio station? Don't ever see Dan.
I saw him yesterday.
Well, I see Joe, so I know that he's still around here somewhere.
Was that him?
That was Joe.
But anyway, all right. Phone lines are open if you have a question for Matt. Can you talk about some of your cars on your lot?
Yeah. Matter of fact, I drove over a 2007 Nissan Murano that is absolutely wonderful, and I got a Pontiac
Murano. That's a crazy name.
Murano.
Morano,
Murano. It's a nice vehicle.
Morano, not Morono.
Dude, it's a Nissan Murano.
It's not okay.
And then
it just sounds like Morano.
Well, then I should drive that more often. And
let me look it up. What year is it?
It's a 2007 Nissan Murano. Yeah. There's a 2000
and you like it?
Yeah, it's nice. And there's a Pontiac Torrent, which is the same body style as like a Chevy Equinox. It's a real nice car.
Oh, it's a pretty car.
Yeah, it's nice.
That's like, do you call that an SUV or no?
I consider that a crossover.
Okay.
And Hyundai Tucson, that's really nice. A Chevy Trailblazer LTZ, that's really. I got everything that I can honestly sit here and say that the cars that we have for sale, they're nice cars.
How much are you selling it for?
That Murano is $99.95.
The average price is $10,116.
Okay.
So
there you go.
You're selling it for under the average. And the score it gets from people who've owned them is a 9.0 out of 10. That's not bad.
No, we sell a lot of them. It's one of them cars where I don't have very, very long.
That's nice. What color is it?
It's black with black leather.
Oh, that could be
sunroof, a navigation.
I could go into the Uber business. It seems like all Uber drivers have black cars.
Huh. We've actually had an increase of Uber drivers. We got set up because an Uber, if he wants to use his vehicle as an Uber vehicle, they have to have it inspected.
Oh, okay.
And so we've been inspecting cars for Uber for drivers. Which is good to know that at least Uber, the company Uber, is saying, these cars need to meet a certain qualifications.
Right.
Otherwise, the car doesn't work.
So, the 2017 of that same car is $41,000?
Yeah, and that's probably I don't know if that necessarily be the base model, but it's not the trim model that this probably is.
Meaning what? It's actually more expensive than that?
Probably the price that you're seeing there is probably this car's probably $45,000 to $48,000.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because of the options it has.
This is the U.S. News and World Report. So it's the number 7 car in the midsize SUVs. It actually has the lower score than the 2007. 2007 had a 9. This has an 8.5. Wow. I do have another phone call. Good morning. You're on the air with Matt.
Hey, good morning, Matt. Good morning, Larry.
Hey.
Hey, Larry. Larry, the girls missed you Saturday. They wanted to know where you were.
This is Joe Niles. I appreciate you sending the pictures.
Yeah. Well, I've got more I can't share on Facebook, but that's another story. Matt, I've actually found a motorcycle shop, an independent shop that uses Schaefer oil here in Marion County, and they're real strong supporters of it. I just thought I'd pass that on to you.
Yeah, it's up on 441.
It is?
Is it up on 441?
No, this one's down in Bellevue area.
Oh, cool. There's a Harley shop up on 441 too that is big with Schaefers, and that's good to know that there's one in Bellevue too. Yeah, from what I hear, I'm not a big motorcycle guy, but a lot of the Harley guys have switched over from Screaming Eagle to the Schaefers, and they're doing they really like it.
Well, as soon as I get through this case of AMSOIL, I'm going to go down and buy some and give it a shot.
Yep, there you go.
But my question is for you, I always buy used cars. I mean, I'll let somebody else take the hit on it. But I tell you, I can go car shopping, and if the owner was a smoker, I can tell. Is there any tricks that you can use to get that odor out of the car? Because I just won't buy the car if it was owned by a smoker. And I'll go ahead and hang up and get the answer, Matt.
All right, thank you. Well, what I do is I have an ionizer, and
yes,
the ionizer, the sheriff's department uses them. They use them, the deputies that have canines, and also the Friday and Saturday night when they're picking up the drunks, folks that puke in the police cars.
Yeah.
Well, they have an ionizer, and when it operates, it actually creates chlorine. So they'll actually crank up the patrol cars, run the air conditioner on the recirc mode, put the machine in there, and just let it. It basically bleaches the inside of the car.
That's
and
amazing.
It removes all the odors. And but also there's down on 441, close to where Ocala Ford Motors is. It's called Pro. It's on the other side of the road. So it'd be on the east side of 441, and it's called Pro. And what that is, it's a professional detailer supply company.
Oh, okay.
And you can go in there, and they actually sell a packet of this. I can't think of the name of it. If you went in there and told them what you needed to take the smell out of a car.
Right. They know
give you this, and you open this packet, put some warm water in it, close it up, and let it sit there, and it does the same thing.
And it creates,
works? Yeah, it works real well. If you don't have an ionizer, there's another way of doing it, and that's to get this.
And it actually removes the smell as opposed to masking the smell?
Yeah, it kills the bacteria, whatever, that creates the smell. And what you do is you'll actually just start the car up, let it idle, turn the AC on, but you have to make sure you put it on maximum and push your recirc button, because when you push your recirc button on your air conditioner, it uses the air inside the car to make it cooler, and it puts it throughout the whole car and through the whole system, and even in the walls of the car.
That is cool. And how much is that?
I think they're like $20.
Wow, that's good to know. Well, I was guilty of making a car smell like smoke once upon a time, but not anymore. Thank you, Matt. What's your phone number?
Our phone number is 352-690-1993.
All right. Thank you, Matt. We'll be right back.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Fox News Radio, I'm Lillian Wu. In the fight over immigration, the Attorney General of Texas backing the decision by the governor to sign the sanctuary cities legislation into law.
We don't want to wait around. We believe this is absolutely constitutional. This similar law was passed in Arizona, was upheld by the U.S. Supreme Court, and so why wait?
Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton speaking to Fox News. The law aimed at getting local law enforcement officials more involved in federal immigration enforcement efforts.
Now, critics worry the law could create a chilling effect, causing a distrust of people, leading to people not reporting crimes.
Fox's Kelly Wright. The White House postponing a meeting to discuss whether the U.S. should withdraw from a landmark international climate deal agreed to in Paris under the Obama administration. And country music star Alan Jackson selling his home in northern Georgia for $6.4 million. Fox News, we report, you decide.
Heavy rain this morning causing backed up traffic all the way to
Please remove all laptops and
Folks, we're number 9 on the list for takeoff, so settle in, keep those seatbelts fastened.
What fries with that?
Welcome to Westin. Travel can be disruptive to your well-being. That's why at Westin Hotels and Resorts, we have rejuvenating heavenly beds, a nutritious superfoods RX menu, and a workout gear lending program to help you stay in control and rise above it all. Westin, let's rise.
There are two things every parent wants when their child goes to college. For their child to do well and a way to afford it. Now with Discover Student